I'll fight you. Stop it.
Ned Leeds Hobgoblin.
No.
I don't think it happens in this movie, but I think they set it up for the next one.
How can he be intimidating? Not to be mean to him, but he's so lovable.
Funny.
Yeah, and funny.
He is funny. I love his porn joke in Homecoming. I think that's a great joke in a great movie. Spectacular Spider-Man movie. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point, but I don't know. He's an actor. Jacob Batalon, you know, he could...
You never know. Next.
Jacob Batalon's a bigger guy. What are the odds? They steroid him up. He like loses a shit ton of weight and he's got a Kumail Nanjiani body for the next one.
And then he's just intimidating his balls.
Like the point of it is like he
doesn't do any press. We don't see him for 2 years.
it's a, what's this? It's a serum. Thank you. Yeah.
He's got venom.
Yeah, he gets goblinized. That'd be interesting. Daredevil will 100% have an appearance in the prison scene, whether it's a small cameo and Peter's just passing a cell, or he fully helps Peter in battle. I don't hate this. What do you think?
No, I obviously don't hate it. I think it would be freaking sick. The fact that we're kind of getting more of a buddy cop team up with him and Punisher as opposed to him and Daredevil is a little frustrating. I love John Bernthal and I love Punisher, but I would rather have Team Red, you know?
Yeah, sure.
But anything with Charlie, I'm down.
Why do you think it is? Like, why do you think it is Punisher? Maybe he'll just fit the narrative.
Yeah, I don't know. There's
don't know yet.
5,000 reasons why all these decisions are made that I don't understand. Because Shang-Chi still doesn't have a movie, you know, so...
Daredevil will be one of the first people to remember that Spider-Man is Peter Parker since he recognizes people through their heartbeat and other senses. He would meet Peter Parker and then meet Spider-Man and I guess recognize that they're the same person.
Oh, so he learns it. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, you can't really keep a secret around him.
No, absolutely not. I think that's really cool.
That is cool. I don't know if he'll be in the movie enough for that. But again, we don't know what's happening in this movie.
No.
But I'm okay with that.
What's something that would or wouldn't happen in Spider-Man Brand New Day that would shock you, but is still plausible to you? Like it wouldn't. It wouldn't shock me if Daredevil was in the movie, but it wouldn't shock me if he wasn't. Like that's both so plausible to me.
Something that would shock me. That's plausible.
The movie will end with an incursion, and Toby will cameo or be referenced and be a main character in Doomsday.
Ooh. I would find it shocking if they put Andrew or Toby in this movie.
This is why I read that one, because I don't think we've talked about that enough. I think it's 100% certainty that we see Andrew Garfield and or Tobey Maguire play Spider-Man again. I think it is 100% a certain thing. Whether it's Secret Wars or Doomsday or Spider-Man 4 with Tobey Maguire or TASM 3 with Andrew Garfield. 100% certainty in my mind that we see Andrew and Tobey play Spider-Man again. I also think it's 100% certainty that neither of them are in this movie.
Yeah, they don't need to be in this movie. No.
I think so too.
I love them, but no. Not in this movie.
What would you rather have? Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4 or him show up in Secret Wars? Tobey Maguire
Secret
Spider-Man.
Wars.
Why? Really? Why?
I don't know. I don't want to touch that trilogy.
But the third one's so bad.
Yeah.
So
making a fourth one 20 years later, it's not going to have the same feel. It's not going to be even remotely similar. It's not. It was a product of its time. I love that trilogy. I just don't want to touch it. Seems...
I think that's one of my best takes ever. Is when we were asked, like, you have to make the highest grossing movie of all time. And we were like, yeah, Avengers Doomsday. Like, just throw the fucking kitchen sink at something. But I think that the highest grossing movie of all time that isn't like a hodgepodge, the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard, is Tobey Maguire Spider-Man 4. I think that movie could make like $2 billion.
Yeah, no, I definitely would.
I think people...
we would go see it.
Everybody would go see that.
It's just like it's like a little time capsule.
That's a good point.
It's like the little mosquitoes in Jurassic Park that are like frozen in the molasses.
Amber.
Yeah, that's the Tobey Maguire trilogy. Don't pull it out. Don't try to make dinosaurs out of it. Life's gonna find a way and F you up. Leave it alone. That's my take on Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Rumor has it there will be a awkward Yelena and Peter Parker naked scene in Brand New Day. That's from Musty Kid, so you would think it's a meme, but no, I have heard that rumor.
Why?
Apparently Florence Pugh's appearance in this movie is she is naked.
Look, this isn't Oppenheimer.
I don't think they'll show anything because they would have to make the movie
why would she
rated
be
R.
naked?
What if it's like a bump? I mean, he's almost naked in Far From Home
But he's not.
in that awkward scene. So my point is like she's awkward and she's like holding a towel over her or something. I don't know. You got to ask her.
I'll ask her next time I see her.
Your close personal friend, Florence Pugh.
No, they ain't doing nudity in a Spider-Man movie.
But do you think it's possible that the towel is over her and it's like it is a actually prevalent rumor. Like that's something that I've seen multiple times.
Yeah, that's just horny dudes on the internet tweeting random stuff. That doesn't mean it has any semblance of reality.
This movie, Spider-Man Brand New Day.
You know, I think Scarlet Witch is going to come back.
No,
and then
Peter's-
she's going to have an orgy with Yelena and Black Widow, who's also back.
No, you ready? You ready? Peter's going
It's a
to
prevalent rumor, by the way.
Peter's going to die. He's going to be resuscitated by the symbiote, and Yelena's going to be naked in this movie, and you're going to eat crow 3 times.
I would. Don't ever say eat crow again. I don't like that.
I used it correctly,
You
though.
used it correctly.
You just didn't like it.
I just don't like it.
I'm fine with that as long as you're not questioning my intelligence.
No. I question your intelligence on a regular basis.
Sure.
This is not one of those times.
Thank you.
It was a proper use. I just don't like the phrase.
Sure.
Especially when it's coming from you.
I actually didn't like saying it, but I was proud of myself
Then
for
don't-
using it
then
correctly.
Just don't do it again.
Sure. All right.
The Peter death has grown on me. It was so out of left field when I heard it. I still don't necessarily think it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be like mind blown if it
but
did.
you admit that you'd have to eat crow if it did happen.
I said on that episode that now I kind of wanted it to happen so that I would.
Eat crow.
You said it 3 more times.
But
so,
you should start saying it.
no.
Do you think we should allocate the
All
phrase
right, we're
eat
moving
crow
on.
to
We're
somebody
moving
else?
on. Stop it.
That's a deep cut.
Stop it.
That's from the
Stop it.
emergency pod,
I don't like it.
which is technically
Stop.
the 3rd video ever on the podcast YouTube. The mystery villain is the symbiote taking over people. I've seen that a lot. I don't think they do that.
No.
But I do think this certainly could be a symbiote movie, and I love the idea of it being a symbiote movie.
I just feel like it'd be too much.
I understand that, but it's like I told you a couple weeks ago when we talked about it. Like, we have no idea what the plot is for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and I pointed it out.
Apparently, it's people being naked.
Yes, we did know the plot for No Way Home. We didn't know if the Spider-Man were going to be in it. We didn't know to the extent, but we knew Doctor Strange spell, forget Peter goes awry, and now variants are here.
Yeah.
We knew that. We don't know anything like that.
don't know
Brand New
jack.
Day. Do you know that the original plan before things were leaked, the original plan was to entirely market No Way Home as a Civil War movie between Spider-Man and Doctor Strange? They weren't going to show the variants in that movie at all. So, which first of all, can you imagine
That would have been nuts.
going into that theater and it's that movie if like all of the marketing was Peter Parker versus Doctor Strange? Like the final battle is being portrayed as them in the mirror dimension?
And we're like, this is happening like 20 minutes into the movie.
Well, no, because it would have already we would have already gotten the variants because they show up on the bridge, which is before that scene.
Yeah.
I would have been like, oh my gosh. Now, there definitely still would have been rumors. Anyway, they weren't able to do that because so many things leaked that they had to market about the villains because the villains were like leaked enough, right? What if everything's been so buttoned up for Brand New Day, they've been able to market the movie the way they wanted to, and like we've seen literally 15 minutes of the movie? Like, what if it is like so not? Like, it is such a misdirect to the nth degree, and Marvel's finally pulled it off because Marvel has a hard-on for misdirecting their audience.
There wasn't enough, like, I feel like they've shown so much stuff. There wasn't that much stuff to show in No Way Home outside of, you know how much stuff they've shown in this? The tank and Hulk and the hand. I don't feel like there was that much material in No Way Home to misdirect with. You know what I mean? Like, it's the one Doctor Strange fight. So I feel like that would be very difficult. And again, it would be too much. It would be cool, but it would be too much. I'm already afraid it's too much. And now you're saying that there's a whole subplot line that we don't even know with a whole different character?
I had the thought, what if Mr. Negative was actually controlling Jean Grey in some way and going to let her take the fall for whatever he wants? It would explain why Jean Grey would be doing these things. That makes sense. Also I think would be, I don't know how into the MCU Sony is. I think that the MCU pushes things into their Spider-Man movies, and I think Sony pushes back. I think it's a big point of contention between Kevin Feige and the MCU and the Sony people. And I think that's a big reason why we almost lost Tom and he was no longer going to be in the MCU. It's because I think they butt heads a lot. But if Kevin Feige was able to argue that into this, it would be the perfect segue for why people would hate mutants in the MCU. If we have a mutant terrorist that's doing terrorism stuff all over New York, and the person that takes the fall for it is the mutant who, by the way, was just mind controlled the entire time or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to push back on that a little bit because I was like, I know Jean Grey is a very morally gray character and
sure, with the Phoenix
with
and
the
everything.
Phoenix
Yeah,
and
yeah,
everything.
sure.
So I was like, are they going to really introduce her as a strict antagonist? And that's how they introduce mutants, and they introduce Jean Grey, and the whole movie she's basically. But I was like, oh well, they did that with Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
In
absolutely.
Age of Ultron, and she started as a full-on villain, and then
Yep.
she became a villain again later,
Yep.
and people still love her.
Yep.
So I was just like worried, like, oh, they're gonna make people hate Jean Grey both in the universe and in real life, the viewer, too early on. But no, I mean they did that with Wanda, and it was fine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think, you know, the X-Men and the mutants need their own story. Like Jean Grey is a big enough character where she needs her own story. So it is a little bit worrisome that she's also being introduced in a Spider-Man movie. But again, they did that with Wanda, and it turned out fine. Although they did kill off Quicksilver quite quickly. So I want to see what they do with the X-Men moving forward.
Jake Schreier. I trust Jake Schreier, man. Thunderbolts was great. Next one. The post-credit scene will lead into Doomsday and confirm he's in Doomsday. So there is something interesting to say about this theory. There was a report today on Twitter that there will be one post-credit scene for Spider-Man Brand New Day, and it has to do with Doomsday.
I would hope.
So that's very interesting.
It's the last MCU movie we're getting before another Avengers movie. Let's
Lead into it a little bit
connect
better.
somehow.
Yeah. But how do we do that? Maybe, we do know that Florence Pugh is in this movie. So maybe it's a scene with Florence Pugh. They usually don't do something that's like really out of left field. Does that make sense? Like they don't do after credit scenes that don't have to do with something in that project.
Yeah. I feel like there's been some.
I can't name one. Like even something like Captain Marvel that takes place entirely in the 90s. The after credit scene is her showing up after she's been paged, which is teased in that movie, and she immediately goes, "Where's Fury?" Because that's about what what the movie is about, is their relationship.
Yeah, but like Eros shows up. That doesn't really have. He's not in that movie literally at all.
But the Eternals are in that scene. That's him showing up to see the Eternals. That's Druig is in that scene, and Athena is in that scene, and Makari is in that scene, and Fasto's not in that scene. But yeah, like
Sorry, I blocked that movie up.
multiple Eternals are in that scene, and he comes in and he's like, "We have to save your friends from Arishem," and that's the ending of Eternals.
That went nowhere.
I know.
Why have we not gotten another Shang-Chi movie?
Destin has been attached to too many other things, and I think they want to keep Destin as the director.
That is such a terrible reason. Figure it out.
It's interesting. Speaking of the robot thing that we just talked about,